Hey, it's Lis Carpenter with day 46 of the 15K Formula 90-day challenge. And I just went through some of the last video, which actually was on, I guess, 7-figure secrets with closing through email, but mainly emails and conversions in general. So conversions is across the board, because first you have conversions from, are they going to click on an ad in the first place, and then there's conversions, it's basically taking the next action. You can call that conversions, but it sometimes means just making a purchase. So, a few things I wanted to share. I had to share what happened this morning with first group coaching session. So first, I sign on to Skype, and nobody's there, and I'm like, this is interesting. Let me see what's going on Facebook, because most of them are connected to me on Facebook. No, I don't see anything going on with most of them, except one of the ladies was like, it's at 6 a.m. my time, and I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, so I couldn't make it. Or she said something like that, and I was like, I see it as a problem on my part, which I haven't really sold her on the value of coaching, so I'm tired is a legitimate excuse in her mind. For me, I'm tired. It's kind of like, it's kind of like, you have an important event. Maybe you have a court date. You wake up that morning, you don't say, I'm tired, I'm not going to go to court. It's unthinkable. And for me, it's on the same level. And it doesn't enter your mind if something is important. And I'm tired. It's like, oh, I gotta press it on anyway. So, another lady, I had actually put it early morning for a lady that lives in the Netherlands. She wasn't paying attention. She's like, oh, I have another engagement or a class that I go to at 2 a.m. I made sure that it was not 2 a.m., but 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. her time. Not 2 a.m. in the morning, because I actually have kind of felt for her with other classes. She's up at 3, 4 in the morning to attend these trainings or classes in the U.S. And I'm like, I'm going to actually do her a favor here. So she wasn't paying attention. So she missed out, or she lost out there. There was this one dude, he just called me, he's like, hey. And I'm like, who is this? He's like, oh, this is so-and-so from Facebook. I'm like, yes, can I help you? Oh, and I want something about your offer. And I'm like, which offer? Affiliate network or coaching? And he's like, oh, coaching. And so we talked for a minute. He was just about to give me his email address so I could add him on Skype. And he started to give me his email address, and then the phone dropped. And you know what? I didn't call him back. Because I believe that shows his mindset right there. If he doesn't call me back and realize something went wrong, and I was supposed to be starting in 10 minutes, so I needed to actually be on Skype, and I didn't have time to actually log into my voicemail, figure out what number he was calling from, and do all of that. So, if he calls me back this week, I will give him the opportunity to join the coaching group. But for the other people that just were not paying attention, or I'm too tired, no way. No way. So there was one guy too. This is just the most interesting situation. He wants to be a flirt with me or whatever, and of course, at this particular point, I'm not even trying to mix business with pleasure or anything like that. I genuinely want to help these people reach a goal in their life, and I'm offering my services, not my personal services or personal life, keeping it professional. So, all in all, I realized this guy just had a problem with his confidence, and maybe he just needed to be dialing one of those hot chat lines or whatever. And I just referred him to The Game by Neil Strauss because it seemed like he just wanted to get laid more. And he had a problem with his confidence, and so he was asking for coaching, not realizing that it's just his perspective of himself that's kind of giving him the results that he wants, or not giving him the results that he didn't want. Your perspective of yourself, it means so much. Yeah, so I was trying to explain to him like the whole thing with Maxwell Maltz, the plastic surgeon that he would give. He's like world-renowned plastic surgeon, or at least famous in the U.S. for just doing, remarkably good jobs in reconstructing people's faces and stuff. And he has realized in some of his patients, their outside appearance would change, but their inside appearance would not. They would still be lacking confidence. And then there's some of them that would transform into, the person they imagined after their, whatever their blemish was fixed. And so, anyway, I was trying to explain to him, I'm like, whatever excuse or thing you find to just not be confident about, there's some guys, I'm short, so women don't like short men, that kind of stuff. Part of it is true, but then there's women that love short men, or they don't even care. So I'm saying you can have something changed about yourself. What, you get your ears changed, or that kind of stuff, and then still react the same way, still not be confident. And so you need to figure out what really is the cause of that. And we could have worked through it, I know, but there's another guy, because that came late. He was almost an hour late. So I was just talking with the guy that was like, I need help with my confidence level. And the other guy, he comes like an hour late. And I welcomed him. I was going to add him, kind of give him a brief overview. But the first guy is like, oh, you don't really want to talk to me. And he's going through this story, or maybe this thing that has already occurred to him several times, and reliving this being rejected by women or something, I guess. So he hangs up, and I'm like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. So I was like, what, he just wants me to talk to him, tell him it's okay, he doesn't really want coaching, is what I concluded. So, yeah, I just referred him to The Game by Neil Strauss. And so at this point, I'm at a total of one coaching client, one free coaching client. And I believe with his mindset that he's going to be able to make real changes in his life. He asked for the meeting agenda. He wanted it in specific points, the action he needed to take before our first one-on-one appointment. And he wanted to be specific and clear on things, and that's a good trait, My nose tickles. I didn't want to... I'm sorry. There's like a piece of dust that's tickling my nose. It tickles so bad. Anyway, transitioning to... Sorry. It tickles, really. Hmm. Transitioning to what happened in the 15K formula, I only got into literally 20 minutes of it, and it's just about 4 hours long. So, an in-depth training on conversions, 7-figure conversions, not just any kind of conversions. What I did notice, which she didn't get around to mentioning, was most of this training is echoing Frank Kern and Danny Johnson. So he might have forgotten where he got it from. Maybe they got it from other people, but as far as I can tell, that's the originators. Something that was kind of half-stated that I picked up on was walk your talk all of the time. And the trainer, he was commemorated. Is that the right word? He was introduced as someone who walks their talk. Main tips. Repetition is the mother of all skill. I already know that is possibly some of the most dangerous words in the English language. Teach in a practical way that people can relate to. Again, they're emphasizing teaching through story, or even telling stories in your emails as a way to teach a lesson. Sharing things that actually happened in your life and then teaching a lesson from it. I've seen this commonly in some of like the co-founders' blog posts. Is like, so-and-so said this, and then I showed him this. Or so-and-so says this all the time, and this is why it isn't true. And I never really thought of it as a strategy. Something else he said, we are in a relationship business, but making money is really about great marketing, which is getting the right people in front of the right message at just the right time. Just the right time is when they're ready to buy or when they're looking for something. While they're looking is just the right time. So this is something that Danny Johnson always preaches. Know your prospect better than you know your product. Your product is not your product. Your product is actually people. He took it a bit further by saying that, the real product that we market is change. People are always looking for some kind of change, and I thought that was pretty accurate. It's the one commonality that we market. We're marketing change. People are buying change and buying what they want, more freedom, or maybe they want less pounds on their body, whatever it happens to be. It's change and more. This last part, I didn't really understand, so maybe one of you can help me with this. Your real product is not just people, it's really you. Learn more about yourself and you will know more about people. I know there's a lot of concepts on this, like how we're all the same, even though we're, different. We're all the same fabric of humanity and that kind of stuff, but I still cannot get my head around this. Your real product is not just people, it's really you. Learn more about yourself and you will know more about people. And they're like, this is why you should read as many books as possible. And I'm like, I don't get it. Anyway, I hope that is helpful for you, just like realizing that the simple ways, even the ways that used to be how we were educated, right? The oral tradition, teaching through stories, really is the best way for us to learn, and it's very effective, and this is how we really connect. So that was part of the next video on seven-figure conversions, which is mainly dealing with email conversions. Again, the 15K formula is being remade, so they keep products current and in power, and it's a video series teaching you how leaders are making 15K plus and more online, and how you can too, just by adapting some of what they're doing. And the link is at the bottom of this video. Click it, find out more about what we're about, how we accomplish this, and I'll see you in the next video.